Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Saul. Saul is most commonly thought of as a Jewish name. He was born from the Bible as the first king of Israel, predecessor to David. One of Israel's great leaders, Samuel, ushered in the Israel monarchy by anointing its first king, Saul. Why Saul? Good question. The simple answer is that it was God's will determined by a lost donkey and a roll of the dice. Wait, we'll explain. Saul was off looking for his father's lost donkeys and went to Samuel, considered a seer, for help. God already told Samuel to expect Saul and instructed Samuel to anoint him to be prince over my people Israel. 1 Samuel 9 verse 16. After telling Saul he is to be king, Samuel gathered all the tribes and people of Israel together in 1 Samuel 10 and cemented the selection of king by lot, which basically means the roll of sacred dice. It certainly seems fairer than a coin toss, right? The other thing you should know about Saul is that he was considered the tallest, most handsome man among the Israelites. Basically, Saul came from a wealthy family. He's tall, dark and handsome, popular among the people, and now he's king. We wonder if he got most likely to succeed in his high school yearbook. In any case, things don't actually work out perfectly for this perfect guy. He has one glaring issue: he tells fibs. And we can't exactly call them white lies, because Saul has the bad judgment to disobey the specific commands of the big guy upstairs and then lie about it to Samuel. It's from the Saul story that we get a couple expressions: your days are numbered and the writing is on the wall. So God tells Samuel that David will replace the disobedient Saul as king. Nonetheless, Saul had an important place among the Israelites. We know he meant well, at least. But more importantly, he was one foxy dude. Saul comes from the Hebrew name Sha'ul, meaning asked for, prayed for, perhaps indicating the Israelites' request for a king to rule over us and protect us from our enemies. Saul will always be remembered as Israel's first king, even if David was a little better at the obedience part. Personality of the boy named Saul. The number 8 personality has everything to do with power, wealth, and abundance. Somehow, this personality has been blessed on the material plane, but their authoritative and problem-solving traits provide evidence that their good fortunes are not just the luck of the lottery. They are well-earned. This is the personality of CEOs and high-ranking military personnel. 8s are intensely active, hard-driving individuals. Success is only meaningful to them after a job well done. They are remarkable in their ability to see the larger picture right down to the smallest details and organize a strategy around success. They then have the ability to direct a group around them toward any goal and realize individual potential to get the most out of their team. Popularity of the boy named Saul. Saul is the poster child of consistent moderate usage on the American male naming charts. The name dates back to 1880, as far back as the U.S. government began tracking naming trends. This is a name most favored within the Jewish community, but it does have crossover appeal to Christians. In fact, Saul was the name of St. Paul prior to his conversion to Christianity, Acts 9 verse 4, so the Puritans have been using this name since the 17th century. Still, the name Saul has never achieved higher than number 270 on the American popularity charts, which means this name, although familiar, is relatively lightly used. Furthermore, considering today's modern naming styles, Saul may be just a little too old man of a name, even to the Jewish people. You definitely picture Saul sitting around the bingo room at the community center with Ezra, Walter, and George, perhaps with their wives Ruth, Esther, Mabel, and Gladys. Although this is part of his charm, the name is so old-fashioned and outdated by today's naming standards that Saul is actually so different he's cool. If you want to ask for, pray for a tall, handsome, kingly boy, then Saul might be the perfect choice for you. Quick facts on Saul. Gender, boy. Origin, Hebrew. Number of syllables, 1. Ranking popularity, 439. Pronunciation, Sawl. Simple meaning, asked for, prayed for. Characteristics of Saul: tenacious, authoritative, powerful, achiever, tough, wealthy, problem solver. Cultural references to the baby name, Saul. Famous people named Saul: Saul Hudson, aka Slash, guitarist for Guns N' Roses; Saul Bellow, Nobel Prize winner, literature;